it from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Why don't you?
I will record.
Where are the questions?
Computer risk. I'll interview my buddies.
Oh, do you want
and
to
I'll
use
put
the
it up
PowerPoint?
tomorrow.
Yeah, I just need to ask them the question.
Yeah.
Is it affect on the
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it. And let's see. So did you already ask some different characteristics of the coffee, conventional ones? Okay, so for the newcomers, are you guys regular coffee drinkers?
Yes, occasionally, yeah.
So do you prefer to purchase like fair trade coffee over like normal coffee that has no label?
No,
It does not really
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Okay. So, have you guys moved on to second questions? Have you guys moved on? Okay. And our second questions for you guys would be, are you guys willing to pay more for fair trade coffee at all? If there's like goodwill, or if there's like meaning, or there's a story that is,
Yes, I probably would, yeah.
Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
If it's more tasty,
If it's more tasty? If it's more meaningful, does it matter to you?
no, that is.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. It depends. Like, it depends. I
Very
don't think I have the
honest.
necessary knowledge to make that assessment.
I see. Like, what about you two?
For me, it does matter, but as I'm not a regular coffee drinker, it's not like something I would do often.
But if you, let's say, if you have to make one purchase, whether it's like fair trade coffee and just normal coffee, when you do know
If
there's
you give
like,
more examples,
like examples of fair trade
fair
coffee.
trade coffee and non-label coffee.
Fair trade coffee, basically, it's like it's like they're more pricey than regular coffees because there's an organization, they're trying to pay more for the farmers because farmers are not making enough money to even to keep up with their living. So the organizations are trying to help the farmers from all around the world, from even banana farmers or like coffee farmers, things like that, to try to elevate the standard of living by charging the coffee beans at a market price, paying them at the market price as
So
well.
are you saying we are like before we are always think I'm paying more extra money to Starbucks because of the brand
Yes.
instead of going to farmers.
Uh,
But now you are saying that because they are paying for the farmers, so we have to pay more for their coffee.
More like that. It's like Starbucks. Starbucks is not fair trade coffee, right?
They have a fair trade coffee.
They do sell fair trade coffee products only. Fair trade coffee products cost more because of the reason that I just explained to you. So it's not exactly like a brand. It's more of like a theory and an idea.
About like 20 cents.
Or not, so that means if when I buy coffee from Starbucks, suddenly I buy fair trade coffee from Starbucks.
Starbucks do have fair trade coffee for sale, and sometimes you might be already drinking it without knowing it. So it's not like it's gonna cost you like $20 more. It's just gonna be like same as market price. So would you support fair trade coffee if you do know the meaning behind it? So it's just more beneficial towards the life of the farmers in general. That's why.
And that's what I was saying before. Like we don't have enough knowledge to make that assessment. We need to know more about fair trade coffee and what its purposes and meaningfulness is. Then
See,
we can-
that's what the research is about, because we do know that in general, people do not know much about fair trade
Yeah,
coffee.
this is
and,
the logo. Have you ever seen this logo?
and we're trying to find out whether if we
Coffee
put
beans,
more
right.
emphasis on fair trade coffee, if people will be more willing or more inclined towards paying more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then yes.
Cool. So
So you're saying all yes?
yes. See, these are all good people that care about society. When you purchase fair trade coffee, say when you do now, let's say if you guys have some sort of basic understanding of fair trade coffee, since it's like trying to fulfill the social responsibilities or even to help the lives of the farmers. Knowing this, when you purchase fair trade coffee, what do you expect your money to contribute to? Like, do you think that it's going to go towards, like we say, to the farmers, or are you guys gonna be skeptical, thinking, oh, might be just going towards Starbucks or things like that? Like, will you guys actually have a mind to think that it's all going for the goodwills, going to the farmers and things like that? Will you guys be skeptical when you guys?
I think that I would expect that you guys showed us a logo.
Mhm.
So for the logo,
Mhm.
I would expect that there would be some regulations and certifications that would come along with that.
Okay.
And so, as a result of like, if a company is able to use that logo and put it on their product,
Mhm.
then that logo would have some meaning, and that it would bear some weight, and that to get that certification, they would have to fulfill certain processes, and a certain percentage of the profit would expect, what I would expect to go to the farmer, as they say that it is.
Mhm.
And so, so perhaps like an organization that doesn't have that logo, maybe I would be more skeptical,
Mhm.
but, for me, in my mind, that logo should bear weight, and if it does bear weight, then, no, I wouldn't question it, then I would just say yes, okay, then.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And anybody else have anything to say in terms of?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with him. Like, I would, like, if I saw the logo, I would trust it, and like, I would trust that my money is going to the farmers.
Okay, and that would make you feel more like, say, happier or?
Yeah, that I'm helping.
That you're helping the lives of the farmers, right? Well, next question is about, fair trade coffee tastes better or non-fair trade. Have anyone actually here tasted fair trade coffee at all? No, so this question would not be valid. So how often do you guys look at certificate labels when you guys purchase coffees? None, right?
Sometimes I look for local, like if I'm at the grocery store, then I'll look for local labels, but I've never looked for like something like fair trade or
Mhm.
other things like that, even like on clothing
Do
labels.
you look at, like, say, maybe whether it's Starbucks or whether it's blends or whether it's like organic coffee, things like that?
I think that that really doesn't matter so much to me as opposed to
Mhm.
like when I'm looking at a product, like whether it's promotion on or something, so like for example, at like McDonald's, if they have a promotion on, I'm more likely to buy McDonald's, or Tim Hortons has got like roll of the rim right now, I'd be more likely to buy like roll of the rim.
So when it comes to coffee, would you guys agree that price overs everything or taste?
I would say taste.
Taste? So even if it's pricier or things like that, you guys would still?
Yeah, I would say price.
How many people would say they would rather go for price, like price over everything? Can you raise your hand a little bit higher so we just do a little mini tally?
The taste,
Yeah, this is a price over
I'll press over,
everything.
like how many,
3, and then you as well? Did
No,
you
no,
raise
I
your
go
hand?
for taste.
You go for taste, right? So the rest would be taste over everything. Okay. Well, next one, we want to know what would be the primary motivation to purchase fair trade coffee, but I guess you guys just kind of learn about the fair trade coffee, like what's the story behind it. So I guess this question, the answer is pretty obvious, is that to help the society to be more socially responsible. So I guess everybody, would be willing to do that since we are Trinity students. Okay. How familiar are you with fair trade coffee certificate process and practices? Anybody have any idea other than what we've just?
I studied it in high school.
Cool, so what do you know about fair trade coffee actually? Would you mind sharing with us?
I know what you told us that, some companies use that to pay the farmers
Mhm.
and to help them and raise their, what they gain,
Mhm.
because as you told us that the farmers, gain like not enough money in order to sustain their families.
Mhm.
So what they're, like, it is good for a good cause, but it's like, I don't know if right now it has increased, but when I studied it, not many companies had that fair trade.
I think they did, like I haven't actually looked into the increase in terms of percentage, but they are a little bit more well known in like compared to like 5 years ago
Mhm.
when they first started. So not too many people know, just one people actually kind of have some idea about it. So I guess next question is also one people, because have you heard of direct trade coffee certification?
Direct trade competition.
Yeah. So none actually. Okay, would you guys mind letting me know what's the age group, like how old, around 20 to 25 or
Yeah.
20 to 25? 19? You're like
22.
22, 19, 30, cool.
19.
19, and then
24.
24,
22.
22, 20. Cool. Thanks, guys. Male or female, so basically you just kind of locked out male or female. So anybody have any extra input to add in terms of like, you know, coffees or like coffees that bring goodwills or fulfill social responsibilities? Any comments to add? That would be really helpful. Let's see, you haven't spoken yet. What do you feel about like coffees, or you know, even like how do you choose your coffees, or what does it matter to you?
Maybe a cup of Americano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Let's say the Americano, there are two options. There's fair trade, there's like regular ones, you know, like what do you go for? Do you go for ones that make you feel like you have to fulfill some sort of social responsibilities, or you go for some that are, you know, maybe made by bigger labels, Starbucks, or ones that, you know, taste better and cheapest?
Yeah, both of them is okay.
I mean, I give you 4 options.
4 options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then maybe filter coffee.
Fair trade coffee?
Yeah.
Aw, thanks,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, he would. But why? Can you tell us?
Because I worked for DHL Express
Mm-hmm.
for almost 5 years. Yeah. So that's an activity for my company.
Mm.
Yeah. Go green and
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so you do support the environment.
sure.
Okay. Cool. So